Hello and welcome to the overview of Elevate in 90 Days. You're in the right place if you're a people leader or you're responsible for developing people leaders, and perhaps you're both. I want to welcome you here. The nutshell is that I've been working with leaders for 20 years at all levels in all sizes of organizations. And there are two things that I want to share that I feel are fundamental. Number one is that what I see in nearly every leader and nearly every organization that I work with is there are fundamental gaps for leaders in organizations, fundamental gaps in leadership and management skills. And what's going on is organizations have an expectation around the level of skill set, the capability required as a leader in the business. They have an expectation around the activity that has to take place, but more often than not, leaders are never given the know-how to deliver on that expectation. So they're expected to translate the strategic vision of the organisation through to the team and provide the clarity for the team around their purpose and the delivery and the actions that need to be taken, but they're never shown how to do that. They're expecting managers and leaders to deliver highly effective one-to-one meetings, but they're never given the tools around how exactly to do that. They're expected to go out to the business and get feedback, but how do they do that? What's the process? And so what I'm doing here in Elevate in 90 Days is providing the how-to, the know-how to deliver on much of the leadership and management activity that's required. Because what I see is from all of the leaders that I've worked with is nearly every leader is so busy, they're flat out. They have back-to-back meetings. They also have to run meetings. Then they have to action activity out of those meetings. Then they have relentless email. They have individuals they need to lead and manage. They have a strategic view. They need to also have some sort of eye on the detail. They have to delivery plan. And it goes on and on and on. And if leaders aren't set up with the know-how, they're not set up for success. And so Elevate in 90 Days, this program is where I'm addressing the fundamental know-how activity required for leaders and managers, whether they're a team leader, a manager, a director/GM, or an executive level leader. I'm providing the know-how, the tools, structure, system, the frameworks to support these individuals to elevate up and be more strategic in their activity. So they're organized, they're in control, and they're considered go-to leaders in the business. That was number one. Number two, what I see is going on at the moment in organizations is there is massive investment typically at the senior level of an organization. So let's say the director, general manager, an executive level. There is a lot of investment, and also at the manager's level, there's a lot of investment that goes on at that senior level. And the often neglected areas or people in the business are the team leaders and often the managers, who are, ironically, delivering, managing, leading most of the workforce that delivers. And so we have this group of people that are undernourished in terms of development. And if they are being invested in their development, often the learning doesn't meet where they're at. So they may learn about situational leadership. They may learn about emotional intelligence, yet they don't know how to run an effective one-on-one. They don't know how to run a meeting. They don't know how to translate the strategic vision down. They don't know how to delivery plan. They don't know how to seek out feedback or provide feedback, and so on. And so again, this program is helping leaders at all levels in the organization to be set up for success, to be doing the fundamental activity, and then we can layer on the more sophisticated learning and the softer skills. So I invite you to check out this page, learn about the program, and see how it can provide massive transformation for you or leaders in your business. By the way, when this video ends, automatically the next video is going to start, which is video 2. And that video takes you deeper into the program. It unpacks the program, talks more about why I created the program. It talks about in detail the lessons, the transformation that occurs through those lessons over the 90 days in this program that is an online virtual program with 4 live workshops. And the managers of participants are included in the journey, because what we know from statistics is that when the manager of the participant in a learning program, when that manager is on board and part of the process, part of the journey, the outcomes for the participant are far greater. And so all the way through the program, I have ways to engage the manager in the journey. Lastly, before we wrap up, I'll just say that in this program is an informal, self-driven 360-degree feedback process. Because what I'm wanting to do here, and I do it throughout the program, is I want the participants to be in the driver's seat. Not only in this program, I want them to have that critical shift of understanding that this is their life, this is their career, this is their leadership journey, and they have to take control, take the reins and drive their own development, drive their own careers. So there's a process here, a self-driven 360 degree feedback process that they're driving so that they can understand how they're perceived in the business and be very clear on what their opportunities are for development and what their strengths are through the lens of key people in the organization and also from the team members in their team. So if you have any questions at all about the program, if you want to have a chat, there'll be a link here somewhere where we can have a chat. You can jump in my calendar, we can have a chat more about the program, and perhaps for you or leaders in your organization, we can talk about how this program can make a difference to the leaders in your business. See you in the next video.